New Zealanders will sit tight at the current alert level settings for at least another 12 days. It means still no gatherings of more than 10 people in Auckland at level 2.5 and no more than 100 for the rest of the country at level 2. Video journalist Simon Rogers and reporter Katie Todd went for a stroll in central Auckland to find out who supports the decision and who isn't so thrilled.
I do, because we just don't know where it's going or what happens. I think we've dodged a few bullets with the people that have travelled outside Auckland that have been potentially stricken with COVID, that they haven't spread it, so we've been lucky.
I knew it definitely would extend for the weekend, but I thought or hoped from Monday next week we'd go down to maybe level 1 or some sort of balance in between 1 and 2. Yeah, so yeah, it's a bit of a disappointment.
What does it mean you can't do as a business?
Everyone has to be seated, we can't have people at the bar, so it's just not quite got that atmosphere of a pub sort of thing. We've got some music on this weekend, but it's not going to be the event we would have had. Everybody will have to be seated. Normally we have quite big bands for the weekend. It's just going to be quiet and relaxed, which hugely impacts on the sort of Friday, Saturday night sort of thing, yeah. There's more staff as well because everyone has to be managed with seating and single server and that sort of thing, so we're spending more money on less customers.
It's going to be tough for sure, but if the government thinks that's the best idea, as the new clusters coming up every day now, it's like something's going on, so I think it's a good idea to just keep it that way, as long as everyone can follow it, because obviously business are struggling, especially hospitality business, with the customers, staffing and everything. But we can't forget that if we go on level 1 right now, it might get worse. The second wave, third wave, we might be in a deep trouble later on. So I think if it's going to be for next 12 days, if everyone can cope with it, I think should be fine with it. I'm actually happy if it goes that way, as long as it's over after 12 days.
If that's what needs to happen to get a tight hold on the virus, then that's what's going to happen, eh?
It's better we move to level 1.
I think that's maybe a good idea. It seems like a safe thing to do because, clearly there's still cases, in the community, but I think for the most part it's contained, so I'm not really sure. What do you think?
It seems like a pretty sensible call because, it seems as though that's enough time for it to be stomped out.
And that was Katie Todd speaking to some people on the streets of Auckland.